Good day, mateys. Welcome back. Happy Arvo to you. We've got Americans when they realize the entire internet or the entire world doesn't revolve around them. I forgot for a second there was more to the world than the internet. You know, that's why I was confused. It doesn't say anything here. I just filled in the blank. Man, the human brain is crazy. Come on.
I've been living in Spain for the past 4 years. I recently went home for the first time in 2 years to Nebraska.
Okay.
And I was kind of like letting my family know how my job is going and whatever.
Yep.
They asked me like how many students I have. I was like 15 to 20. They were like, is there a bunch of other English teachers in your city? I was like, yeah, there's quite a few. And my uncle actually said, that many people want to move to America in your city? And I was like, what do you mean? And he was like, that's why people study English, no? They want to move to the United States. I was too stunned to speak.
Okay. That's kind of dumb.
Okay, screw it. Here's my embarrassing moment, my true facepalm. I know you're going to judge me, but whatever. When I first moved here, I was looking at a website in French, obviously, and I was looking for how to convert it into English. So I went to where the little flags are, you know, in the corner of the screen.
Yeah.
And I could not find an American flag anywhere. So I was like, what the heck? This doesn't make sense. There has to be a way to translate it into English. And then I found the British flag because Americans did not invent English. And I always judge myself for that one. That one was pretty.
Okay, but they still, they still might spell crayon with like a U in it. You need the American flag because I don't want to see crayon with a U. And color. Am I thinking of color? I'm not helping my case here, people. Oh my God. It's too early for this. I should do this in the Arvo. What am I even saying? Yeah. There's a slight difference. Come on. You gotta admit there's a slight difference. We don't spell color with a U.
Pretty bad.
It's just gonna play this TikTok between every single
No, this
one.
is a real thing. Like, I'm educated now, but I remember being a kid about like 10.
Something about that bothered me. I'm just gonna say right there. And I don't think that's the intent of this TikTok at all, but to be like, I'm educated now. Like, what do you mean? A wise man knows how little he knows.
But I remember being a kid about like 10, 11-ish.
Uh-huh.
And it was actually surprising to me that European history continued. Like, okay, well, Europeans came to America, and then European history stopped.
That's on you, man. That's on you. I've never heard of someone that dumb. Okay, I mean, I know 10-year-olds are pretty dumb. But okay, all right. I'm not taking that one. That one's on you. This American right here, he's special, at least when he was 10 years old. Now he's educated.
Right? Because
No.
nothing else mattered after that, because there was America. What do you mean that they continued living lives and having history over there between the time when America was started and when we rescued them in World War II?
What did he say?
I'd like to say that was just American education when I was a kid, but I think it's American education in a lot of places now.
It's not. No. I don't like this guy. Americans can be pretty freaking stupid, but that's just...
This. When I first moved to Spain and I started dating my partner, I was chatting with an acquaintance from back home, and I said, yeah, I'm dating for somebody from where I'm living. Their response was, I love you so much, I'm really excited for you, but please be careful because you never know if somebody might be using you for a green card. I was shocked. And the irony of the situation is that we ended up getting a civil partnership so that I would be able to stay here.
That is
Assuming
ironic.
she means us U.S. Americans.
Okay. So being that I am a U.S. immigrant living in Costa Rica, I hear stories all the time from Costa Ricans who like work for call centers, and they tell me the most horrendous stories, which it doesn't surprise me that we people from the U.S. have the audacity. But I am now starting to collect my own stories because I am now on the phone with people from the U.S. all day as a travel consultant for a Costa Rican-based travel agency.
Okay.
And one of my very first clients that I ever got on the phone said to me, who happened to be from the great state of Texas.
Okay.
Now listen, darling, I don't like foreigners much. So when I get there, I want to make sure that I'm not around foreigners.
No, they did not. Oh no.
But I said, sir, I think you might be confusing Costa Rica with Florida. Florida is lovely this time of year.
Was he really? Oh boy.
I've lived in Europe since 2018. I say Europe because I lived in
I do not claim these people.
France, Spain, and Belgium. Last year, I went home for the holidays to the US, and I kid you not, I was asked, do they celebrate Thanksgiving in Europe?
When I was a kid, I remember watching the Olympics and thinking it must be so hard for them to not cheat for the Americans and like the judges and not give the athletes that are on the American team more points because we're so awesome and everybody loves us and we're like the best country. And so like, how are you not going to give more points to
Okay,
us?
that's funny. It must be so hard to not give America more points. Everybody just loves us. Or everybody's best friend. That's funny.
Literally, when I arrived here in Colombia, I met some American people, and when I asked them, so where are you from? They were like, Indiana. And I was
Oh, I'm from Indiana.
like,
Well, I was born in New York, raised in Pittsburgh, and I live in Indiana now.
so where are you from? They were like, Indiana. And I was like, I don't care what country. I was like, I know. Where is Indiana? Just tell me America or United States. What would you want to?
Interesting. Okay. I'm trying to think of this from her perspective. Like, what's... So they were a little bit too specific for her. She didn't like that they said Indiana. I think that might just be because people are very used in the United States. People typically travel within the United States. So when you meet someone who might be from not the same state, you say, where are you from? They'll say the state. Or if like you're playing a video game and you're like, where are you from? You know, they say the state, assuming that they're in the same country.
Precise.
So I don't know.
Your
I'm very used to saying I'm from Indiana. I'm not used to saying I'm from the United States. But I have said that, like I'm trying to think like anytime talking on the internet to someone who's from a different country, I will say I'm from the U.S. So, I don't know.
state, like, so selfish.
Why is that so? I'm not sure. Some of these, I'm sorry, but some of these bother me a little bit. It's like, why is that selfish to think that just being a little bit more specific about where you're from? It's kind of like judgmental to be like, oh, that's so selfish that you said you're from Indiana. But that's where I'm from. It's just a little too specific for you.
It's no surprise that we feel this way. We call our baseball championships the World Series. There's like one Canadian team.
That is dumb.
Win the Super Bowl or the NBA championships, world champions. We pretend we're the only ones playing these sports. Win the Super Bowl or the NBA championships, world.
I don't know if people say that about the Super Bowl, but
Series. There's like one Canadian team. Win the Super Bowl or the NBA championships. World champions. We pretend we're the only ones playing these sports.
Honestly, I'm gonna say I'm gonna go a step beyond. I think whoever made this video here is so like thinks that the world revolves around America, ironically, that she doesn't know that in most other countries, baseball, football, certainly American football, basketball are not the most popular sports. Far from it. In fact, like the United States is one of the only countries. Like, there's not a whole lot of other countries that are huge into those sports. Now, there are some. Some other countries play basketball, baseball. I don't think any others play American football. But my point is, they're over there, like, they care more about soccer, like football, you know what I'm saying, and cricket and stuff like that. So, even though she's right to an extent, I'm going even beyond. I'm saying I'm going to take it one step further and say you actually think the world revolves around your little American self.
We pretend we're the only ones playing these sports.
Was that too much? Is that too hot of a take?
Wait, you mean to tell me that it doesn't? There's other countries? I thought you guys were just our states.
Bearware International.
Newsflash, Americans. The world does not revolve around you. Sorry, from Canada.
No.
7 years ago, my best friend told me if I ever received a code word from him, I was to drop everything and meet him at a specific address.
Oh, is that it?
In Argentina within 48 hours.
Okay. Well, that was fun. For the most part, yeah, Americans are kind of arrogant. They kind of, they're not very read up on world news. I, for one, am very bad at geography. But, it is what it is. Nobody's perfect. Hey, that was a fun video, though. I appreciated you staying all the way to the end. Wow. You know what you get for that? You get to watch me do this. And now I will leave you. And thank you for subscribing. I think I just lost any potential subscriber I might have had by doing that. But goodbye.